What's going on, Fam Bam? What's up, Trading View? What's up, YouTube? I'm just gonna refresh these tabs, get the stream going. Sweet. Looks like I'm online. I hear myself. Everything sounds good. I'm just trying to log in on Discord here. Rescan the process. Yes, log me in. Awesome. So, welcome to another live stream. Man, I've not streamed in a long time. It's been like over a month. And kind of sorry about that. I just had a lot happening in July, but just because I wasn't streaming doesn't mean we're not active, right? I've been pretty vocal on Twitter. Even, before July, I was vocal about this move coming down, right? I was vocal about this bottom being bottom. Tweeted about it. And, my last stream just like a month ago, right? It was, can you see it? You can't see it. Right here, right? It says The Big Squeeze. That was the title of the last stream. And then, I had a bear market synopsis in May 18th. And then June 27th, I was like, hey, we think we nailed the bear market synopsis. Anyway, today's stream is going to be an update on that big squeeze that I saw coming. And do we have more room to go up? Why is it saying stream offline? What the? Okay, stream is not offline. Are we okay? I don't know what's going on. I can't get TradingView to actually show me myself. Are we good? Are we streaming? Are we live? Give me a thumbs up. Say yes. Drop something in the chat, please. Click that rocket symbol. What the freak? A little confused, guys. Are we live? This is a little frustrating. I'm gonna ask in Discord. I'm just gonna proceed as if we are live and not worry about it. Let me just put in a new tab. What the fuck? It looks like YouTube's running, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of get it going on the tube and drop in the link in the please watch here. On YouTube. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and get back where we were, get moving. The YouTube stream's going fine. I don't know what's going on with TradingView. Might have to like message them or something, not sure what's going on. So, but since then, right, so like during this, during the crash, I posted this, hi broker, please 100x long fills everything, and I dropped this chart for reference. It's like June 18th, we were at like 903, and that was pretty much, that MA touch was bottom for me, and we've been up some 90 something percent up on Ether. Anyway, so my very last stream, July 1st, was called The Big Squeeze, and we saw a lot of chart squeeze, right? We saw alts pop, we saw like Matic make this massive move, we saw stocks move up, we saw indices move up. We had some QQQ trades that we took, and Qs did pretty well. If you guys in VIP, you know that I scaled out of some of my QQQ. I actually sold my QQQs because they expired today, and I sold them on Monday. So because I believe indices are a little easier to track right now than Ether, I'll go back to the Ether chart and BTC chart. I'd like to start with indices and then move back to crypto. So I'm good and hop in the ES1. Yesterday I put out this tweet saying if bulls can't push past 41.76, right, then we're likely going to see a pullback. And I signaled some short exposure, some SPXS calls, basically 3x short calls on the S&P for a down move. And that was just our 61.8 retracement, right? I don't know if we're going to enter like a big pullback here, because we do have a potential to run up higher for that 42.51, right? So I'd like to see what happens today going into next week's price action. Today was kind of daunting to look at initially, but it's playing out decent, right? We're slightly below 61.8. 61.8 is holding. So I do think there is that potential of going up higher, right? And if we go up higher to 42.51, I think then we can start expecting like a first real pullback. And yeah, so we're seeing now possibly just a minor pullback, kind of like what Ether did yesterday. There was this wedge and it broke down, and now it's going to rally back up, maybe take out 42.51, and that's going to be like my next level of interaction, where I'd probably want to buy some puts. And just for like a pullback, I'm not saying we're going to go down to zero and not go into recession or anything. We could. That's not my specialty. I just read charts. So I think my next level interaction is 42.51 with the ES. QQQs at a 50% retrace. I do think some earnings came out this week, and I haven't fully dived into most of them, right? But looking at the NQ, if we look at the larger retracement, like all the way back to the swing high, that's the important one for me, and it's at a 50%, right? I think bulls need to try to keep it above 13,149 for today. Maybe we get the 13.6 while the ES does the 61.82. That would kind of give us like two 61.8 confluences for a possible down move. Rejection there would. I don't understand why this is happening on TradingView. This is really shitty. It was working great. Let me go back into Discord. Oh, awesome. Good morning, Tails. Good mornings from Sweden. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Thank you guys for the feedback, the confirmation. That's amazing. All right. Next up, covered the let's look at ETH, right? One thing that's been tricky about this ETH run, and I highlighted this in Discord, is I don't have the 61.8 that we can like pinpoint just yet, right? Everything, all the price action underneath the 3,500 mark right here, the swing high, is in my mind like none of these swing highs give me a significant interaction point for like an immediate swing high. Maybe this one does. 2169. So we could potentially see that, right? So what I ended up doing is I reverted back to just give us like more of a blueprint of where our pivots might be, because we did get our bottom, right? We got this as a bottom. I kind of marked it, I tweeted it, and then now what I'll else is happening, right? So we did see a range develop. And I posted this in Discord in the ETH channel yesterday. I think that if we do get a strong push here, right, I think we can get up to 1909, basically where we've seen this support resistance flip a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then here 6, 7, 8, right? We even had like a short at 1913. Where is it? Like when I think when the chart tested this right here, I shorted it. That was the average sell was 1913 on 6.6. I shorted that all the way down like 1100. But that was, I believe, yeah, that's it. It's 6.6. So let's kind of do this, remove that. So I think we can get back to that 1900 mark, just based on the extensions, as long as that's exactly that candle, 6.6 here. Yeah, we took up a short there on this fib rejection for the way down. So potentially, if this thing is doing like a leading diagonal, which kind of broke down yesterday, and that's what I was talking about, the S&P could be doing something similar to what ETH did, where it was kind of wedging, but then it broke support, or what we thought was support, right? It was kind of doing this, which would have been a great bear trap, right? Is that when it broke? That's when it broke, and now it's kind of rejecting back under that wedge. So, is there another pivot we could use for support? Maybe if you did that, right? So, like the trend line, the really aggressive trend line kind of broke. We tested it a few times. Now we're still below it. And then in terms of like 61.8s, we talked about this one in Discord this morning. I think it's the only thing I mentioned in Discord this morning was 1706, right? We rejected right above it. Couple of wicks, and it's kind of it's gonna be tricky here, right? I mean, this is like 50-50 territory, especially with indices having a shady day. But yeah, I can't tell you a clear direction, but if we do pop up, then I do see 1909, 1914, 1913 being the next potential move for ETH, next potential pivot. Even if we do bear trap a little, then we can probably squeeze higher, right? Like every time we dump, we squeeze higher. Like even on this dump, I actually signaled this long in Discord on this move down, right? That was just a breakout 61.8. I also put that up on Twitter too. I'm not gonna dig it up, but you guys can dig it up for me, right? Which is fairly bullish. Seeing that breakout 61.8 at 1371 hold, that's good, right? In my opinion, that's a good move up. We made a higher high, right? Now we made a higher low. This could end up bear trapping lower, so I'll post when we get like a deep enough retracement. I'll post about it in Discord. Let's check out BTC. BTC does have a clear 61.8 to answer your question. That was going to be like my next point, is it's showing a clear 61.8, as in we had this range, right? We had these ranges. Let's go to the daily, right? I would think this impulse up, I always say the market leaves a sign. I think this impulse up at 32, there's 61.8, and if we look at this, right, like we did see 21.035 be a pivoting price action, right? I think in terms of a clear 61.8, I think 26.729 is one. Now if it's really freaking bearish, I don't expect it to break 24.970, right? If it's quote unquote really super bearish, I don't expect that, right? But we've shorted these 61.8s before. Like we shorted this one on this correction, right? The 57 one. Here we didn't have one. We had like a bearish 50 on this top, right? And that should have been our short. I was looking for a 61.8 back then, and actually it did just wick it. So I think the 61.8 on BTC is 26.729.